It's Brawlberg in the Object 140. I'm going to take it out into the field, into the village on the hill, and see what I can get done with it. Various goons will argue the utility of actually taking mediums to the village. I still think it's important. There are times when you want to take them city, but honestly this isn't one of them. Of course, those of you who have seen me play with hardest will know that strat from the other side of the map is the one-line rush. But you can't do that from this side, so mediums to village. So I get into this bush here to try and get some quick eyes up. And some quick shots. I missed that one. And light myself in the process. They do have arty, but I figure I can get another quick shot in. I only took 228 damage, which isn't too bad for that shot. Gotta try and be careful with my hit points though. Because a lot of their team are out here, I'm gonna need to do a lot of fighting against tanks my own tier, and even lower tier tanks can be a threat. Remembering that I'm still a medium tank, I'm not some armoured brick shithouse, and the Object 140 is actually a bit more fragile than some of the other tier 10 mediums, 10 bad numbers. So E50M is 2050, the 62A is 1920 I think. Can't remember what the 4202 is, 19 something, like 1920, 1950. So risks up here, providing support in his IS-7, Polka's taking his Waffenträger to the town. We're just sort of trying to peek out and get shots on what we can. Not really a lot of focus fire happening, it's just basically whatever you can get shots on without getting yourself killed. Take a quick snapshot, auto-aimed at this JT. It must have hit him at a bad angle, didn't can, shit happens, but he just got wrecked by a E75 anyway. Indian's getting pushed on. I notice him turn around and save him just in time. I wasn't actually intending to save him, I just wanted to try and get that tank. That shot may well have hit the Indian, had things gone worse with the RNG. I just took it anyway because there was a chance of knocking an enemy tank out of the match that much faster. He thanks me for it anyway. I don't think he realizes how close that was to getting him. So I've still got more than half my hit points. I've done 2.3k damage, better than I usually manage. Haven't suicided my tank yet. The guys in town are holding up well. We're winning the fight out here. I scrubbed that shot badly. So the fight up in here is sometimes it's very mobile. They'll push through and you have to try and fight a sort of delaying action back towards your own spawn to protect the arty and buy time, but in this case it was sort of a very leisurely peek and poke attrition type fight, which we won despite having I think less tanks than them on the side of the map. So you can see Risk rushing that Waffenträger Panzer IV, who had the 150mm E100 gun firing HE all round, did not fire a single heat shell. If you're going to buy one of those, put the 128 on it for the love of God. So we clean up town. The enemy have 4 tanks left, well, 3 tanks and an arty. The guys in town are going to handle the T30 and E75, so I just decided, time to find myself a T92. Nice leisurely game. It's one of those ones where you're never really worried about losing, but at the same time you're not really thinking about whether you're going to win or lose because the action in town is just so intense. I mean, comparatively I was popping out and shooting non-stop that whole time. So Indian gets a shot in there just before I do, but T92's out of action either way, so it doesn't really matter. Polka somehow managed to survive this fight, even though he's one-shottable. I try and get an angle on, but no. So I just come in and decide to use Polka's back as a break instead. Nice and easy. That's how I like to do it. Sometimes it can go a little hairy up in that village. Often you'll either have one or two things happen. You won't have enough heavy support, and you'll just get rushed and completely overwhelmed. The other one is you'll have too many heavies up there and town will get just fucked. And if you lose town, you lose this map. But at the same time, if you lose a field, you give the enemy control of half to 3/4 of the map, which is really not something you want to do. Typically, once you win field, the first thing you do is blaze straight down to the diagonal road and start shooting people in the back, which is not something you want happening to your heavies. I don't know if you noticed, I'm sure you would have. The enemy Lorraine Ardy, the 155-51, pushed all the way up into the houses with his mediums. I have no idea what he was doing, but it made it that much easier to kill his Ardy, and then all they had left was that 92, which I think was firing into town. So, all told, pretty cruisy game, easy XP, easy life, and I think it's a pretty good demonstration of how this thing is. It's well suited to that sort of combat, peeking and poking out of buildings as much as flanking. I mean, it's fast, it's small, good turret armor, very, very good DPM. It's just such a good tank for this kind of thing.